guys, JDB Gaming here, and welcome to episode 3 of the Club Revival crew mode of Stoke City. I'm just going to straight away say I'm recording this before I've released episode 2. The main reason being is because obviously I've ended the episode 2 saying, are there any ideas you'd like me to do for transfers? This one I'm taking into my own hands, and I'm addressing some issues that personally for me has been bugging me and I want to address straight away. The main one being Lyle Taylor. We signed him without knowing he was injured, and for 5 weeks as well. I mean, I thought it was my fault. Maybe I was a bit ignorant and I didn't notice it, but actually no, it wasn't my fault. Didn't see it anywhere. The only way I'd have noticed it is if I went into search players and then sort of where you go to normally scout them to put them in transfer hub. Now obviously he was already in my transfer hub before he had the injury, so I don't know, they need to sort of update it or somewhere to let you know that the player's injured, because if he's injured I would have gone in for him, because he's injured for 5 weeks. And in those 5 weeks, we have huge games against Bristol City, Brentford and Nottingham Forest, all teams that are going to be up there pushing for promotion. And obviously, yes, okay, they'll just miss those games and he'll be back for the rest of the season. But you know what, I want a striker in now. So I am going to see if I can try and swap him. And I'm going to swap him in for Brentford. He's been a player that I was interested in. He was my number one target going into this. Then Campbell had a great start, and I thought I can't replace him, so that's why I went for Lyle Taylor. I'm going to see if I can do a direct swap. Give them Lyle Taylor, PAOK, and I'll get Brentford instead. See what it is, see if they'll accept it. I obviously do still have one more player on the books to get rid of, Jordan Cousins. So I'm going to get right back, and obviously I was tempted between Japhet Tanganga to get him on a loan, but you know what, I'm going to go for Nathan Ferguson. He's only got a year left on his contract, and he's 18 and he's very versatile, so I think he's the one I'm going to go for. So he's going to be my spare right back to contest with Edwards. And then the last one I want to get is Junior Stanislas. I want to get him in. I really like him, and I know he's 29, but it doesn't really bother me. I want him in. He'll then become my permanent left mid. Then Chuba will challenge Campbell at striker, and then Julians will be delegated from left wing to the bench, and he'll be another centre mid. Because again, versatility, he can play centre mid, and then he can also. Maybe he might come in for Silver instead, but bearing in mind I brought him in on loan, it seems a bit harsh to get rid of him. But if anything, yeah, Julian, another centre mid, which is what I needed, as I've only got 63, and a 65 rated midfield left. Other than that, I think I'm pretty much sorted. So before I get this first game going, and I make this too long, I'm going to go ahead now and see if I can make this happen. I'll skip ahead. I won't show any of the negotiations just because it's, you know, really boring and tedious, and particularly in this one we want to get it going. So I'll go into these negotiations in a second, and then what we'll do is we'll sit out the rest of the transfer window. If any other sort of transfers come into mind, I might go for it. Otherwise, I'll leave it there. We'll play the Birmingham game, and then we'll play these 3 as well. So September we'll get out of the way, and then we'll do October from then on. So we'll do 4 games. Normally do 3, but I'll do the extra one today just so we can get some games going, get the season properly going as well. So yep, that's it from me. Basically, see you in a bit, and then you'll see whether or not my plans have come together or if they've collapsed, and this is basically my team. So, yeah. And I am pleased to announce that my plans have come together and we have secured all 3 signings that I wanted. So Nathan Ferguson, we just straight up offered 2 million. They didn't want any players, and he's on an 8k contract for 3 years in important squad role. Stanislas, well, for some reason Bournemouth wanted Cousins, so we did Cousins along with 3 million. I mean, yes, he's on 19.5k, so he's going to be one of our more expensive earners at the club. He's on a 2-year contract, even though it says 1 year, but it'll be a 1 year and 11 months. So yeah, it's 2 years at the club. Crucial. It was fine with me. He's going to be playing a lot. And also, Chuba managed to swap them with Lyle Taylor. So Lyle Taylor's gone over to Greece with PAOK. We've got Akpom instead, and we've transformed them into a promotion challenging side. We really, really have. I mean, I'll just go back into there just to show you how many signings we have made. So we've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, technically 7, but he's gone. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 signings we've made, so we've almost completely changed up the starting 11. I mean, out of the current players that survived, we've basically got Edwards, who was a youngster, Shawcross, Lindsay and Timone. So I haven't changed up the back line at all. They were all still at Stoke. Then Allen, Glucas and Ince, and then obviously we brought in Foster. So Campbell as well, actually, he's a youngster. So all we've added into the starting 11 is Baker, Stanislas and Foster. So actually we've only changed up the starting 11 technically with 3 players. Regarding the bench, that is completely brand new apart from Sorensen. And then obviously we've also got Miller, who technically was signed on a free. Silver obviously on a loan, and Ferguson as well. Obviously, I'm trying to find a way to put Ferguson in, but with Williams and Clark currently on the bench, there is no way for me to get him in the team just yet. But this is such a solid squad. I'm really, really happy with it, and I'm just looking forward to the rest of the season now, seeing where we go. We've got to definitely challenge. I mean, we're right now in the playoffs, so we've got to carry on like this, and yeah, that's just a great start, and I'm really happy I managed to sign those 3 players. We now finally have our first game of the episode, and it's away against Birmingham. It's going to be a tough one. Then obviously we're going to finish the transfer window afterwards, and then like I've already said before, Bristol, Brentford, and Nottingham Forest. Those are the other 3 opponents. It's going to be a tough one. We'll currently have a look. We'll have our first look at the table before we get into the game. So currently top of the table is Bournemouth, so we've managed to take Stanislas from the leading team. Surprised he did come for us for that. Otherwise, Bristol, who are playing, obviously are in 2nd, Brentford, who are in 4th, Nottingham Forest are in 7th, and Birmingham, who are currently in 12th. So this is probably going to be the weakest team out of the 4 we're playing in this episode. But let's carry on how we have been so far in this career mode, which has been on hot form, scoring lots. This is my squad. As you can see, the only change I've made to my starting 11 is Junior Stanislas is coming straight in for his debut at left wing. Otherwise, it's it's the team we know. They've been reliable so far. We've only lost 1 game, a game which I basically threw. But otherwise, I feel confident. Let's get going. Let's see if we can carry on this run and get another 3 points. There we go. Now we're going to counter. We all know that this is a specialty of Stoke under me now. Go on. Campbell wasn't making his run, but Stanislas is. It's been maybe pushed out a little bit too wide for him. He's going to carry on going though. Oh, and he's been completely chopped down. I was about to pass it to the edge of the box, but Colin stopped me, chopped him down, and he's got himself a yellow card. He's got to watch himself for the rest of the game now. Now we have a brilliant chance with Stanislas, who is a good free kick taker. We got it right in that corner. Keeper just managed to get across. Okay, we had the accuracy, but there wasn't enough pace behind it to beat the keeper from moving over. It was really in that top corner. Actually, maybe it was going over, but like I said, the keeper was able to get across. But we got the corner from this. Baker taking. Lindsay's going to get his head onto it. Why is it every header in this game just hits into the ground? We've still got it alive. Edwards here. Gets saved. Stretching me completely. Crossed it in far post. Tom Edwards, I don't know if he's won the header. Jukovic has. No! How have they scored from that? Oh, that is so frustrating. I think basically the ball got knocked down and he was just unmarked in the box and he just managed to squeeze it past Foster. That's the end of the first half. It's been a bit of a frustrating one. We haven't really tested the keeper at all, to be honest, apart from the free kick. That's all we've had, basically. We haven't had a single other shot. Back over to Allen. Again, poor pass. Again, there's no real creativity out of my midfield 3. Paterson, again, another block pass, and it's straight through the middle for Stoke. I've been mugged off there. Foster doesn't help me. Why did I slide? I thought... right here, I thought he was going to pass or shoot. And of course the AI just managed to, stop it, turn me. He was through on goal, and that's the end of the game. 2-0. We aren't winning this one. Oh dearie me, we're not playing well at all. Birmingham might be not through on for another goal, thank God. Right, 2 minutes. Right, let's try and get a goal back, please. We've got some people having their debut. Jesus, I mean, it's just absolutely atrocious. The play, every single pass we've made seems just to be hitting a Birmingham player instead of ours. And now they're attacking again. A cross comes in. Foster's there to collect, but it doesn't count for nothing. He's booting it. Final whistle's probably going to go soon. Yeah, no. I tried to hold my man off a two-back. Well, there we go, final whistle. 2-0. Awful day at the office. Absolutely awful. Couldn't string a single pass together. I mean, Jesus, just atrocious. So that was a shocking way to sort of start the episode off with that loss. As I'm just we've now hit transfer deadline day. As you can see, Bournemouth have been busy with players leaving the club, so it might... Don't be surprised there if they sort of slip eventually and they don't get automatic qualification. Villa seem to have kept their main players. They've just lost Davis and Steer, obviously, to myself. And obviously Norwich, they're the only other team. Brentford, on the meanwhile, have lost Ollie Watkins. Okay, that could be a bit of a loss for them, but they've still got Ben Rama, so they'll probably still be up there. Paterson, obviously, we got him. Okay, so Coventry, They got Pak Kwang Yong. They bought him, did they? Okay, I thought he was a free agent or something. He was the one that played against us in the last when we played Coventry in the last episode. Norwich have actually managed just to sell Vrancic and Aaron, so they've kept the majority of their good players. So Norwich will probably definitely be up there, and they've obviously strengthened as well, having bought Butland for myself. But that's it from me. Obviously, we're just going to skip through the window. We don't have any immediate signings we need to make. Like I said, we're happy with this team, although we just lost to Birmingham, our second loss of the season. But we've got cover all over the pitch. So I don't think we need to sort of do anything else. Maybe just improve my defending, improve my gameplay. Maybe that's the way to go about it. Got an offer for Josh Timone. I'm not looking to sell him, so we're just going to reject that. Yeah, we'll just carry on now. Basically, advance through the rest of this deadline day. Probably might not get. We'll probably get a few other offers, I reckon. But we ain't going to buy anybody. I mean, if a big offer comes in for one of my players, but bearing in mind none of my players are worth any real value, like Ngoy. Now, this is an interesting one, because obviously he's one of the youngsters, but I'm not playing him, and he's 21 at 65. So if anything, he's asking... Oh, to be fair, I'm going to accept that. When he's worth 775 and they're paying, over 100k more than his value. I mean, yeah, okay, it's only 100k. But, might as well. He goes, and then we can just finish the rest of the transfer window. Well, that's if he agrees. A fee with them, well, a wage, otherwise he'll be staying with us, but I'm not going to use him. I've got Juland and Stanislas who can play in the wing, and then I've also got Liam Miller, the youngster who's actually scored his first goal for us in the last episode, so he's definitely ahead of him. So he's like fourth choice, so it made sense for him to go, to be honest with you. Got an hour's left, still haven't heard back as to whether or not he's going. It probably means he's going to stay with us, Ngoy. And that is us. And as you can see, we've only spent 17 million, but we've had a profit of 13 million. So we've done really well. We've only spent 4 million. That's a 4 million difference. So we've done really well. And there you go. Yeah. By the fact that he didn't go straight away, I could tell he wasn't going to go. So that is the end of the window. No more signings to make. We've made all of our signings. So all we've got to do now is just play a load of games. So we've got these 3 to play in this episode with a really, really strong squad. Some unhappy faces, that's because I'm not playing them really. I'm really happy with this team, but without further ado, to be fair, there's not anything else really to discuss. I'm happy, let's get cracking. So we're starting our big 3 games, and the first one, of course, as we know, is against Bristol City, and this is the team that I'm going to be starting. I've got a couple of changes, 3 changes to my starting 11. Nathan Ferguson comes in at right back for his debut. I brought Clark in at left back, and I've also started Peterson in midfield instead of Baker. Obviously, the front 3 stays there with Stanislas still on the left-hand side with Campbell and Ince, hoping to sort of bounce back from that sort of embarrassing 2-0 loss from Birmingham. Play into Peterson's feet, lovely. Cut it back, and he's been taken down. I mean, that wasn't deliberate. I thought the player was going to stick with me. We did the fake shot before before I realised he started sliding. It worked out for us, and we got ourselves a penalty. So an early chance to take the lead here. I'm going to go with Campbell, and I'm going to stick it towards the top right corner. Can be perfect time. So that's probably not a good omen for the rest of this game, missing a penalty, which cleared by Shawcross. Again, it's not going very well here. Jeju's got so much time. I went the wrong way with my centre back here. I think it was Shawcross, and then he just had as soon as he turned, I knew it was going to be a goal. Tom Ince thread that through for Campbell. He's just been bullied by Benkovic every single bloody time. And I've missed the challenge with Lindsay. And Shawcross to the rescue. Okay, bit of lag with... And a massive save by Foster. And I don't know what was going on then. For some reason there was a bit of a lag between me switching, which makes no sense. I don't know if my controller's dying or something, but... So they have a corner before the first half is going to finish. Comes in, Foster, you're going to get that, aren't you? Why would you punch it? You had so much time, you could have caught the bloody thing. And that is the end of the first half. What a bizarre game. We started off brilliantly, had the penalty, missed it, awful shot in the end. And now we're losing 1-0. With no chance of getting the equaliser, to be honest. To Allen, nearly closed down them. Lucas over to Clark, here we go. Cuts inside, bit of a dummy, over to Peterson. And we've won a free kick actually. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, Ince. Okay, it's got to be Stanislas. Here we go. Gonna have him just angle his body a little bit better. I might have hit. Yep, no. I positioned it wrong first of all. Lucas. Over to Matt Clark. Come on now. Come on. Drive into it. Drive. There we go. Switch your back stick. Oh, we don't. And it nearly goes in our own goal. Now, the reason why I didn't shoot there is because he's a left back, and I didn't have any faith in him being able to hit down target, let alone score, so that's why I tried to put it in the back. Now, they've just brought on a Phobe who's on loan from us. Obviously, once he gets back, I'll be selling him, and we've just put it wide. But yeah, that's interesting. Hopefully, he doesn't score against his parent club. Balls it back. De Silva, Smith. No, we can't get it clear. And our defending is atrocious, as always. Paterson just running it down on this near side. Pulls it inside to Smith. He's going to get 1-2. He does. Foster's going to bring him Foster out. And he tried to Sweaty. I mean, they got a corner, and we're into added time now. If we can win the header, surely we can look to counter. No, we don't. What a stop by Allen. Right, can we counter? I was going to say Akpon's just come on. No, time's going to run out, isn't it? Well, we've had a fantastic start to the season. Campbell's there. Yeah, there's the end of the bloody game. Oh, so another loss. 2 losses in this episode now. This has not been a good start at all. So we go into game number 3 of this episode, and it comes up against Brentford, who are 5th in the league, having only lost twice. Of course, we come into this game having lost 2 games and a bit of a losing streak, so we need to bounce back. And it of course has to be against Brentford, one of the strongest teams in the division, with Ben Rama and Mbeumo having scored, I think, 3 or 4 goals each already. So it's not looking good, except our defence is solid. Except it has been leaky recently, and if anything, our attack hasn't been flowing. So, in that sense, I've decided to make a couple of changes, attacking-wise. I've kept Paterson in the centre mid, but I've taken off both Stanislas and Campbell. They're both on the bench, but I've got Chubak from starting his game, his first game, so his starting debut, and Julian returns back at left wing. I don't know, since Stanislas has come in for the last 2 games, I feel like I haven't had such a flow. Timone also comes in at left back, and Ferguson resumes at right back. Otherwise, it's the normal team, you know. We've got to try and bounce back, and hopefully this is the game that we can. The right back's out of position here, so he's got stacks of space to attack into. He's going to keep going as well. Edge of the box to Paterson. No, it's Klukas. Oh, dearie dear. Like I said, a positive. Oh, God, Alan, why would you do that? Ask for more power. Oh, sorry, you blocked the cross, and again. No, Timone. Timone can't get that one blocked. Mbeumo. Jesus, Foster. I mean, I think he's going to be our best signing this summer, because he's just going to be saving so many shots like that. I mean, I don't know if that was creeping in, but Foster wasn't letting it creep in, that was for sure. Now they've got a corner. Looks like they're going to play it short. They have to Mbeumo again. Klukas is out there. You're not going to get past Klukas. Nah, not that easy. Right, now Timone can carry away now. You know we love a counter. We didn't get one of those going last game. We do now. Chuba Akpom is through on goal. He can't screw this up. I know he's right-footed. We're just going to bury that in the bottom right. Oh, he's put it against the post. Is that a sign? Is that just a sign that we're not going to score, let alone win a game in this episode? Oh, and the through on Rico Henry over on this far side. Back to Ben Rama. Paterson helping out at right back. And Griffiths has just been tackled. And he's chipped it wide. Jesus, bringing out bringing out Foster here, forced the striker to do something, and fortunately, even though he got chips in the last game, Foster, he didn't get this time. There we go. Julian now going to keep going. He's got stacks of room to run into. Go near post as well. That's a cracking shot. I mean, it deserved the save from Raya, but a lovely run. I don't know who ran across him, but it just gave him the room to run into, and nearly his first for the club. Corner with Ince taking it. Can someone run near post? It's a lovely ball. Paterson's there. Why is every header headed into the ground from the corner? If he doesn't head it into the ground, it's a goal. Juland, who's filling in the centre mid. Jensen into Ben Rama's feet. Can't let him shoot. And he's hit the post. Wow. End-to-end stuff here. Now Brentford are going to look to counter. Not without Allen saying something about it. Ince over to Akpom. He's got past his man, have a shot on the edge of the box. He does, and another save from Raya. He got himself a bit of time, a bit of space. I wasn't able to go any further, so I had to shoot on the edge of the box. Required saving. A lovely corner. A corner on the before half time. Nearly. Klukas is there. Can't get the shot off. Payton's there. It's been stopped on the edge of the box. He's been taken down. That's surely a pen. No. What was that corner? What was the end of that first half? Well, much better first half. Much more entertaining first half. Sure, there's going to be a lot of highlights to show. We've got to get a goal, surely. Can we clear it? Get them on the counter? No, Pinnock's won the header. We haven't cleared it. What a save by Foster. And Dalsgaard nearly took my man out there. No one's really making a run. Now we've got Allen doing it. Tube Rakpom stopped any sort of decent run in the middle. Over to Ince. Eventually to Ince. There you go, to Baker. To Juland. Out of your feet. Can we drill it near post? We do. Oh, gets saved. Keeps it alive though. Juland. He's somehow through. Near post again. Finally, we have the goal. And it is Juland. He has been playing so well in this half. I was contemplating bringing him off for the second half for Stanislas, but I thought, no, he's having a good half. Keep him on. And he showed me why I should keep him on. He scored his first goal of the game and also his first for the club. Ah, nice 1-2 there. Joe Allen. Oh, okay, I thought he won the ball then, he hadn't. Okay, just a yellow card, please, yeah. Benrahma. Oh, Ferguson just muscles him out. Okay, and then we just gift him the goal. Well, I didn't want it to go to bloody Foster. Actually, I wanted it to go to Shawcross. And my initial instinct was to power pass. I don't know. Oh. Peterson's feet. Over to Campbell. Lovely ball. Can we get onto his left foot? We do. Bend that in. Oh, what a save. I thought that was going to be 2-1 then. Over the top instead. Back to Valencia. Peterson's going to be there. Hasn't blocked the cross, and Benrahma had a free header, and he really should have tried to test Foster. Payton's intercepted it though. Can we get that over to Campbell? We do. Can we get past Pinnock? No, we can't. Of course we can't. He's been a rock at centre-back for Brentford today. Julian's got some time and space. Hit it near post, why not? Oh, and he's hit the crossbar. Of course it had to end like that. Bloody hell, 1-1. I mean, 3 points was begging there, and we've come away with 1 because we literally gifted Brentford a goal. There's nothing more I can say. It's a stupid mistake, and we're still searching for a win in this episode. We now enter our last game, number 4 of the episode. 2 losses and a draw so far. We need to get a win. We need to finish off this episode with a win. It's nothing less. So I've made again some alterations. William comes in for his first start in the league. Ferguson resumes at right back because he's been immense. Campbell comes back in. Julian resumes at left wing, and Klukas comes off. He starts on the bench for his first game with Payton and Baker starting midfield. I like the way that those two combined in the second game. It's what helped towards getting the goal with Julian. So hopefully they can combine together today. And this is the Nottingham Forest side. Now the only thing I will say is before the game, Nuno da Costa, he's the top scorer in the league so far, so he is going to be an absolute pain to probably deal with. Otherwise, it's still a really good side. Samba, quality keeper. Let's just get in the game. Lovely tackle from Simone. Right now, the right back is out of position. Julian, are you going to make a run? Yes, you are. Going to attack that space. Centre mid's coming over though. Not comfortable running with him still. Julian over. No, Julian again. Gets past his man. No, Julian, yes. Edge of the box. No, Peterson. It's a bit scrappy. Tom Ince on his weaker foot. How is that a goal? Literally, how has that ended up in the back of the net? But I don't care. We take the lead. I mean, I kept going with Julian somehow. Then I thought I screwed up. I just kept passing it across the line. Samba, what awful keeping right at him. I was hoping Tom Ince would open up his body and bend it in with his right foot. He didn't. I think it might have taken Samba off guard. It was right at him. That's the only way I can take it. And Tom Ince has now scored his second of the season. Over to Campbell's feet. Lovely. Ball rolls it with his right foot. Ah, straight at Samba. I mean, that was a beautiful chance. Just mugged off the defence completely. And then he just... no end product recently from him. Particularly not in this episode. Semedo switching it over to Carvalho. Thomas Ince having to come back. Gets a foot in. Cross comes in eventually. Oh, I thought Da Costa was going to get that on target, let alone get it in the back of the net. I mean, he really should have. I mean, I don't know what my defence was doing. No, that was just non-existent marking. Consistent pressure we're putting Nottingham Forest under. Julian's back into him. It's just gets out muscled way too easy. And that's the end of the first half. So we go in 1-0. Put a bit of pressure on Forest then, towards the end of it. A bit of persistent pressure. But we couldn't grab the second goal. Over to Stanislas. I've told him to have a free roam. That's why he's sort of not having a direct attack on this left-hand side. Keeps going, Stanislas. Why not? Dinky that. I just forced myself too wide then. I didn't give myself a chance to sort of have the shot with him in the end. Clough. Oh my god. Stacks of space in the middle. Williams having to come over. Where's my midfield? Non-existent. Foster. Oh, he's offside. I mean, he even went for the sweat past Foster. So with 15 minutes left, I've made a substitution. Pateson's come off. I just need some fresh legs. So Glucas has come on in midfield. And bloody hell, that was my knockdown. I don't know who won the header. It must have been Shawcross. And we nearly just gifted another goal away. Through for Campbell. Gets on his left foot. Bend that into that corner. Of course, Samba makes a save. Every time we've had a chance to shoot or... every opportunity we've had has been saved by the keepers in these matches. I mean, it's a good save, not in the corner far enough to sort of challenge him. But anyway, we've got the corner. Stanislas whips it in. Shawcross wins the header. No, it's not. Sklukas goes wide. Can we play that into Akpom's feet? We do. Back to Baker. Back to Akpom. Yes, we do. Can he get it in? No! No! What a save! There we finally go. He has blown his full whistle. A minute over time. Come on, ref, but I don't care. We finally do get our first win of this episode, and it is in the last game as well. A narrow victory as well with a 1-0 win. Am I bothered? Not really. Could we have scored more? Of course we could. Were Forest that challenging in the end? Not particularly, but... Again, you know, I'm just going to take positives. We've won, bounced back with 3 points. Let's see where we are in the table. And as you can see, that period of 3 games without a win has left us out of the top 8. Only just in 9th. Now, 16 points from 9 games is a good return. However, 10 goals in those 9 games is awful. Now, I love attacking. Normally I score more than that. But 10 goals scored and 7 conceded with a goal difference of 3 is awful. I mean, look at the other teams above us. They've all scored in the teens or low 20s, and they've conceded about the same as us, but their goal difference is extremely better. Now, if we want to push for promotion, obviously I was only aiming for being above relegation zone and just improving this team, which we certainly have, because as you can see, Coventry are bottom with 1 point, haven't won a game. Neither has 21st, and I think those 4 are going to be battling out for the rest of the season. We're miles above them already, so we don't have to worry about relegation already, but there is room for improvement definitely. With all my attacking talent, with having purchased Stanislas and Akpom in this episode, obviously you've got Payton as well, Campbell, who was on fire, who scored I think 4 of our 10 goals. I mean, it's just yeah, there is definite room for improvement, and it needs to come soon. Well, I mean, yeah, it does need to come soon. We do need to score more, basically. So that will be the end for next episode. Next episode, we're going to get October out of the way. We do have some tough games with Swansea, definitely going to be up there. Bournemouth, who have obviously been relegated in this career mode, they're going to be a tough one. And then Millwall, who are towards the bottom half, and Sheffield Wednesday, mid-table, I believe, and Huddersfield towards the bottom half. So some games towards one end of the table, and then some towards the other end. So the games against Swansea and Bournemouth are going to definitely show where we are realistically, because if we lose those games, we're going to struggle to get towards top 6, and it would be nice if we could get top 6. But anyway, that is enough from this episode. So if you have enjoyed it, do please leave a like, comment below if there's any suggestions you like for the series. Honestly, I don't mind. If any players you sort of like, any players I should be playing or be playing elsewhere, anything you like. Also hit subscribe so you never miss a future episode. Hit the bell icon so you get notified. And yeah, that's about it from me. And like I said, if you've enjoyed the episode, do please leave a like. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.